Is the best high school football player you've ever seen, and we haven't seen much of him in the first half. Guys, what's happened to him?
Well, they're trying to get him the football. Most of the passes that Quan Robinson's thrown is to Lattimore. Now, some of those passes are and I'm not making excuses for Lattimore and his lack of plays, but there's free safety help over the top. Some of the passes are inside. You've seen him come and knock balls away, turning into the defender on offense. They just haven't been able to get him the ball.
Coach, you mentioned it many times that just the way they're coaching in Loveland, it's just a masterful coaching job.
It's one of the best coaching jobs I've ever seen. Now, obviously, they've got talent. There's no doubt. But Glenville's got talent, and they're doing what they want. When you have the lead, you have this kind of weather, and you have a team like Glenville that's so aggressive on defense, the wing T is a thing of beauty to watch. This second half is going to be a wing T clinic. For any of you coaches out there who want to watch wing T, watch the second half, watch Loveland. This is how you do it with the lead.
And the guard play, the offensive line and the guards for Loveland have been outstanding.
How about the Redding, though, running the ball? We have some video of him for Glenville. It seemed at times he was really getting through it, and they were having some success with him as well in catching the ball. I mean, he had a pretty good first half. 4 carries, 61 yards, 2 receptions. I don't know why they got away from it. Every time he'd have a nice game, the next play is a fade down the sideline into double coverage. It's impatience, if you will. I think there's a lot of impatience on Glenville, and there was impatience when you're 0-0 is one thing, but impatience when you're 34-0, there's no time for patience anymore.
And the one problem for Glenville and Divine Redding and his success is you're down 34 points. So we can't be patient enough at this point to give it to our horse and let him run through the defense and break tackles because we're down 34 points.
Well, we thought this one was going to be tighter, that's for sure. But you look at the score, and if you're just tuning in, this is the Wayside Halftime Report. 34-0 Loveland with the lead over Glenville. We have to take this time out here on the Wayside Halftime Report, but we'll be right back as we take a look to the second half after this timeout on Sports Time Ohio. And we're back on the Wayside Furniture Halftime Report, brought to you by Wayside Furniture, better furniture priced lower. And here's the action for tomorrow as we have 3 more games here on Sports Time Ohio. Coldwater, Bishop, Hartley, the D5 final at 11. Moeller, Mentor, another Cleveland versus Cincinnati battle. That's the big one in D1 at 3. And then at 7 o'clock, Trimble against Marion Local. And you notice on there, guys, there are 2 teams from the mighty MAC trying to bring home more hardware, as the MAC always seems to win a state championship. They've actually won 10 of 12 years the MAC has won a state championship. So what game really stands out for you there, guys, on that schedule tomorrow?
I like the 11 o'clock game. It's Coldwater, Hartley. It's a rematch from week 2. That was a game Coldwater won. A lot of people didn't expect them to. Now Hartley has their chance to get it back in the biggest game of the year.
Coach, I'm looking at the big game, the Division 1. Moeller against Mentor. You got Moeller defending state champs, and you got Mentor with Connor Krasanti. You got Moeller with Gus Ragland at quarterback, 2 of the top dual threat quarterbacks in the area.
Here's what's fun, too. Well, at least it's fun for the defending champs. SVSM defends its state title by winning last night. Clinton Massey, defending champ. Obviously, in this night game, neither team's ever won a state title. But then tomorrow, you have Moeller, Coldwater, and Marion Local. They could all, imagine if all 3 of those teams win and all 5 of the 6 teams repeat. That would be something else, I'll tell you what, right there. Okay, in that big game, in the Division I game, it's Mentor against Moeller. Obviously, Moeller with all the state championships they have. Mentor trying to get its first one. Coach, how about a little libero vision to get us set for that one?
Yeah, all you hear every time is about Mentor's explosive offense. Well, guess what? They got a pretty doggone good defense here. You're going to see from last week's game, you're going to see Brett Keene from St. Ed's try to roll to his left. Number 52 on the right side loses contained, but number 13, Todd Green, the backside defensive end, comes untouched, hits him from behind, causes a fumble. And there's why Mentor's defense is so underappreciated because their offense scores so many points.
It's a fast defense from Mentor.
Yes.
It's a fast defense. They get after you. And tomorrow, the matchup is going to be that Mentor defense trying to get after quarterback offense player of the year, Gus Ragland from Moeller.
Okay, look forward to that one, but we still have another half in the D2 championship. Coach, I'm going to take it right to you. Is this game over, or can Glenville get back in it?
It's over. It's over. And I'll tell you why. I go back to the scheme. You watch the clinic that they're going to put on the second half with the wing tee. The wing tee is a play from ahead offense, and they're way ahead.
I'll tell you this, Coach. I'm not ready to say it's over just yet. And the reason you have that feeling, whereas in some other games 34-0 seems improbable, is that Glenville has the big play ability to get back in it real quick. I don't know if they'll be able to do it, But sit there on your couch, watch this second half because they have the potential to do it.
I love the debate. I agree 100% with one of you, and I'm not going to say which one, but you at home can guess. 34-0. Loveland with the lead as we head back out to Canton. Matt Underwood, Greg Fry with the second half call for Coach Powers, Mr. Kavanaugh, I'm Dave Chudowski. We'll see you post-game.
First down and goal to go from the 6-yard line. Gamble. Touchdown, Loveland. They answer right back with the same effective running attack they had in the first half.
The Loveland Tigers, Division II state champions, first time in school history. How about a 15-0 record? A sophomore quarterback, a freshman running back, a first-year head coach, and a community, a town that packed Canton Fawcett Stadium tonight. Congratulations, Loveland. You are the D2 state champions, 41-23 over Glenville. Welcome to the post-game show. Dave Chudowski with you here in Cleveland, the Hyundai Studios. Coach Bill Powers, Ryan Kavanaugh. Guys, that was an impressive performance. Coach, Loveland put itself on the map tonight.
I'll tell you what, with all these video game offenses out there throwing the ball 50, 60 times a game, when the wing tee is run and run well, it's unstoppable, and they showed it tonight.
Yeah, what I liked about Loveland, they did it in the second half. They closed it out like you would expect a team on a mission, a team from destiny that everybody said. That's a good football team.
And bottom line, you can't have 6 turnovers and win a state title. Glenville will continue to search for its first state championship.
Yeah, I mean, whether miscommunication, failure to operate the game plan, whatever you want to call it, you're absolutely right, Chud, especially when you have a team like Loveland who's prepared, who is just playing sound across the board. You turn over the ball 6 times, they're going to make you pay for it.
They certainly did. 34-0. That was the score at halftime. Let's take a look at the second half highlights. And Glenville does get on the board. Devon Anderson, a 1-yard touchdown run. Well, Glenville didn't quit, guys. They scored 3 touchdowns in the second half.
Especially Eric Smith.
Yeah, that's definitely something to build on. You didn't lay over. You could have quit, and they didn't.
But here's Gunnar Gamble's 6-yard touchdown run. They answered the first Glenville touchdown. So if you were starting to think, and Ryan thought at halftime maybe it wasn't over, so if you were starting to think that it wasn't over when they scored that touchdown, they put it away right there to make it 41-7. Final score 41-23. Let's take a look at the stats as you look at Loveland there, and Waddell, 21 carries, $182 in the touchdown. And then you have Campbell that has 110 yards. Unbelievable with 2 touchdowns. I mean, this one, it wasn't close.
No, it really wasn't at any point. And you said it best, when Glenville had a spark, scored a touchdown, seemed like they might be trying to crawl and get their way back into the game. Loveland shut that door real quick.
Okay, so we had 3 state champions. It started with Kirtland, Clinton Massey in the afternoon. Loveland here tonight. Coach, what's your thought overall, the theme of today?
I go back to basic football. The offensive line. All 3 of those teams that won today had dominant offensive line. Kirtland, Clinton Massey, and Loveland tonight. All 3 offensive lines dominated the line of scrimmage, and that's football, baby.
Ryan, what stands out to you?
I'm going to go with Coach. It's old school football, and it's also one on the defensive line and sound defenses. And all 3 defenses, Clinton Massey, they did it in the second half. They totally shut down the Mooney running attack, and then Kirtland and Loveland defensively dominated.
Here's what stood out to me. Kirtland, I mean, they've been dominating, so, I mean, I kind of expected that. Clinton Massey, that game could have gone either way, defending champs, but it's Loveland tonight to me, gentlemen. They shocked Ohio, I think, tonight, beating Glenville. And here's the big thing. They have Slagle, who didn't even play, coming back. He was the offensive player of the year. And Waddell, they could be state champs again next year, bottom line. But we have 3 more coming up tomorrow. Action is far from done. We have 7 divisions, 3 more to go. And we start in the morning with Coldwater at Division 5 against Bishop Hartley. I know that's the one you're looking forward to, Ryan.
Absolutely. Those are the 2 best teams in Division 5 are going to face off tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
But then the big ones in the afternoon, moving up from the nighttime game to the afternoon. Coach Moeller and Mentor. Oh, man.
Gus Ragland, Connor Krasancic, 2 of the top quarterbacks in the state of Ohio, going head-to-head tomorrow.
That game certainly should live up to its billing. And then at night, the newly Well, someone will be newly crowned in Division 7 because we've never had this division. Marion local, one of the best programs in the entire state, and the newcomer Trimble. Really a great story with Trimble, guys.
Yeah, you know, everybody expects Marion local to come out here and do what the MAC does, but don't sleep on the Tomcats and don't sleep on the Mohawk Mafia from Trimble.
The Mohawk Mafia. Okay, so kickoff with the Division 5 game is at 11 a.m. We'll be back right here in the Hyundai Studios at 10:30. Want to mention, follow hashtag OHChamps on Twitter. We had a lot of fun with that today, so follow us again tomorrow, and you can follow all three of us on Twitter. It was a lot of fun today. 3 new champions along with St. Vincent St. Mary last night. We'll crown 3 more tomorrow for the Coach Bill Powers, Ryan Kavanaugh, and everyone that helped out to get going today. I'm Dave Chudowski. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.